Hi guys, I know it's been a minute since I brought you a reading and I'm trying to be more consistent. So today, this morning actually, I pulled a spread. Today was the 777 portal. So this kind of ushers in new beginnings and love and in manifestation. And when we talk about love, it's not just romantic relationships, right? It's everything that you love. And most of the times the things that you love are the things that you desire, the beautiful things that you're attracted to, and all of these things, right? The social experiences that you love as well. So keep that in mind. But this morning when I pulled a card out of the Lemoore Norman Oracle, the first card that came out was this man. This man has been showing up a lot. This is like a mystery person at this point because this man keeps showing up, and I have this feeling that he's watching you intently. And maybe he has facial hair, maybe he has a mustache. He could even look similar to this, I'm not sure. But he keeps showing up. And so when I pulled some cards to just get an idea of what's going on here, I got the anchor card. And the anchor means taking a pause and reflecting over one's life, their choices, and the experiences that they've had, right? Giving yourself a chance to process exactly where you are and reflect over the decisions that you've made so far. So this man has been taking a pause. Whoever this person is that is in your energetic field, they're attached to you somehow energetically. I don't know if this is 5D. Maybe you don't actually have a physical interaction with this person. Maybe at one point you did, but this person now has just been kind of sitting back and watching. Maybe even pretending like you meant nothing, or the brief encounter that you did have did nothing to affect them or make them think or make them, I don't know, wonder. But this man has been reflecting. And then this woman came out. You know, the first thing I noticed was the red, right? Passion, a lot of emotion. Sometimes can be anger, can be love, can be lust, right? But then I also noticed these cherries. And if you see, she has a cherry hanging from her mouth. She looks like she's in some type of seductive type of pose, right? So, I didn't get a chance to look up what cherries mean, but I have this impression, you know, because they use cherries to represent stuff like lust, desire, passion, not really intimacy, but sex, right? Most of the time you'll see like lingerie with the cherry on the private area or whatever. to show some type of seduction. So that's what I get, seduction. And now that I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about that movie. Oh, I cannot remember the name, but it's with witches, right? And I think Nicole Kidman is in the movie. And they're eating these cherries, right? And it's in like the seductive type of atmosphere. They eating the cherries, and then all of a sudden it takes a weird turn to where I don't know if it's the women or if it's the guy that they're seducing starts spitting up the cherry pits. Like it becomes almost scary and goric. And I don't know if I'm using the right word. I don't know why that's coming up, but I got that, like, almost like maybe this person was using some type of seductive tactics. And this person is reflecting on that. For some reason, this man is reflecting on this. But then another woman popped up. Right behind her. And this woman is a brown-skinned girl. She's very gorgeous, right? Like a natural beauty. She's very attractive, but she's not using seduction to make herself attractive. Her hair is covered. She looks like she's wearing crystals around her neck, so maybe this is a spiritual woman. I see something like here in this dark corridor. Like there's something. It's like she's able to, because you see how it fades here. Maybe this woman is spiritually gifted in some way, and she's able to cross between portals into the non-physical and physical. Right? And when I think of this, I think about those women in the foreign countries who have to show their modesty and cover up their hair because they're not seeking attention, right? She's beautiful, but she's not seeking lustful attention in any way, though she's beautiful. So that's what I got. And I feel like this man is sitting back and assessing the choices he has made when it has come to certain women that enter his life. And maybe he's used to woman in the red. Maybe he's used to that. Like that's what he had grew accustomed to. He had been operating from this lustful energy when it came to relationships, right? And I'm thinking that this person never really knew what real love was. Most of their love came from seduction and lustfulness and this type of energy until he met this spiritual woman. So now he's been contemplating. And this woman, if he engaged with such a woman, right, he came at her in this kind of energy, this lustful type of energy, but she was not receptive to that because, like I said, she's not seeking that kind of attention, right? And so he has been contemplating the choice he's made, because I believe whoever this person is may have ghosted you in some way because you didn't show up as what he's used to. And so in his contemplation, right, and sitting back and thinking about the choices he made, the relationships he's engaged in, and the kind of energy it was in, he's starting to realize that this energy was not fulfilling him. And he began to believe that the love that he was genuinely seeking didn't exist, because this is all he knew. This is what he learned. He never had anything different than this for some reason, until this woman came along and made him begin to contemplate the possibility of creating something new. And because of that, he's been really thinking about reaching out and messaging this woman with the letter. He has a lot of emotion that he does not express, right? These things are typically hidden. And he's really thinking about expressing how he truly feels to this woman that he met, right? But I also feel like he was somehow anchored to this old woman or energy in his life that he's trying to break away from. But he wants something new, and he wants to allow himself to be vulnerable and communicate the love he feels for this woman, even though this woman has no idea, because he never expressed that he felt anything. And she seems like she's the type that allows. She doesn't force anyone to choose her. Nevertheless, she wants the person to genuinely choose her, but it's not in a sense of desperation where she's going to force something on someone. And because of this has this man really looking over his life, his past relationships, where he is now, where he wants to go, what he wants to create. And he's just taking a pause from acting. So I don't think he's seeing any of these women, but he's taking this pause to really reflect on his life. But the more he reflects, the more he wants to message this new woman. The more he realizes that maybe he messed up an opportunity because of how he is used to operating. And so he's really thinking about doing something different, right? And then this card came out, the umbrella card. And so this umbrella card is really about creating something new, the possibilities of life, doing things differently, right? You can see that he has his bag packed. So he's moving away from this old way of doing things, and possibly whoever this woman is, right? He's moving away from that. He wants to go on a new adventure. He wants to transform himself. You see these butterflies signifying transformation. He wants to transform himself. And he wants to go on this adventure, this journey. And I believe it's a journey of love, right? But of creating what he's always wanted, which is a family life that he can build upon, where two people jointly come together and build this beautiful, stable, loving, fulfilling family life that he gave up on. But this woman made him feel like it's possible he could actually have this family life, and he's willing to take that journey, right? Into the unknown and into uncertainty, even with all the doubts that he had because of his past, right? And as you can see, the heart is here. So this is fueled by love, right? And love is actually the theme of the day. But this card is not only about love and allowing love in, but it's actually asking you, what have you been giving your heart to? Because you can give your heart to things that aren't good for you, right? And if you do, it does not add value to your life. It makes you quite miserable. And I think that's what he's come to realize, that this drama and this misery associated with this particular energy that he had put himself in when it came to love and relationships, well, especially romantic relationships. That he realizes that love is more than just lust or sex or attraction, right? So this is what he wants. And I believe he's decided to give this new woman his heart. And he wants to come in with this letter to make a plan on how they're going to move forward into this uncertain time and build this family, right? And so that came out, right? And then I just got these cards. And so I went to Essence, and there was a booth set up. And they were selling this game. It's actually a game. It's called Lyrically Correct. And it's 90s and 2000s hip-hop and R&B. And basically the cards, like, it'll refer to a song, right? And a lyric in the song. And then you're supposed to guess, like, the next line or what they're talking about in the song. And so the cards that I pulled out for this is, why does Plies say she is an animal? And this is a song. Because he got her sex game right. Because he got her sex game right. So this person, this old energy, was fueled by lust, and this is what it was about. And maybe this person, I read this card wrong when I first pulled it. Maybe this man is very good in bed. Not only is he very attractive, but he's like amazing in bed. And I believe that's how he expresses his love, right? He expresses his love in the bedroom. And because he expresses his love in the bedroom like that, he was able to get this woman's sex game really good, to where he had an attachment to it, to the great sex that they had together, right? And so it was hard for him to break away from that. But this woman, who is lustful and seductive, she didn't just use that seduction and that sex game on him. Because the next card I pulled was, Rihanna's man knows she's unfaithful. And what is that doing to him? It kills him inside. So this woman was an unfaithful woman. So whoever this woman is cheated on this man. And I believe this is the reason why he's kind of closed off to love, right? And he leads with this sexual energy because he's afraid to get his heart broken again, like this girl did, right? When he led with sex, and he used sex as his love language of expressing his feelings and his emotions, right? And when he met this woman and she was not in this energy, he didn't know who to be or how to, because all he knows is how to give good sex and feels like he makes a woman fall in love with him through sex because his sex is so great. So she's going to be calling him and chasing him and all these things. But this woman did not do that. This woman did not do that. And he was kind of surprised, right? Because that's not what he's used to attracting. And then plus, I pulled this card. Sierra says, you may look at her and think she's what? Just a young girl. So I don't believe this woman is maybe young, but you know, when you associate young with naive. So he thought that this woman was naive, and maybe easy to manipulate in the way he wanted to manipulate, even though that wasn't his true intent. But this is what he had learned to form connections in love. right? He didn't know how to lead from a genuine place of authenticity, even though he felt this way about this person. But the only way he knew how to express it was through sex. And he thought that she was naive enough to fall into this energy with him. And that was his way in. Maybe he didn't mean any harm by that, but he was using a form of manipulation, because this is the energy he's used to, manipulative, seductive energy. So he had learned to operate in that energy as well. And when this person did not do that, it made this man pull all the way back, because he became afraid that, okay, if I can't win her with my sex, how do I win her? And maybe it's because this guy feels a little bit insecure, like especially if this woman cheated on him and he had the sex game right? What will make this woman love him if he can't even put her in this energy, right? So this is when he started to step back and reflect on the choices that he's made and how he's been operating. And I believe because of this, what he led with has made him really kind of embarrassed almost, in a sense. So it's taken this person a long time to even confess these emotional feelings that he has for this person, which they were there from the beginning. It's just that he was leading in this manipulative, sexual, lustful energy to try to catch her or get her or whatever. But now he wants to write this letter telling her exactly how he feels about her. And then I pulled this card on top of the letter. According to Young B, what should you have on the side of your chicken noodle soup? And it says a soda. So this man is healing from whatever this is, whatever put him in this lustful, shallow, sexual type of manipulation and leading. And this man was used to getting what he wanted, right? He was very used to getting what he wanted from women. He has options, because even when I pulled these cards, I saw something about leaving all the chicken heads behind. Like, he doesn't see any other woman. I don't care how beautiful the woman might be. He only sees this woman as a woman he wants to build a life with, right? And so the soda is, when I say the soda with the chicken, with his healing, he wants that excitement, that little joy. And, because soda, when you drink it, it like sparks in your mouth. It's a little bubbly. It's refreshing. It's, it's exciting. He wants the excitement of being in love and still being able to express himself in the sexual way, but from a healed place, from a healed position, right? So he's taking the time to do this healing so that when he re-enters this woman's life, which I really think he plans to do, this man is really seriously thinking about marriage right now, right? Where at first he didn't believe it was possible, but he wants to come from a healed place. And so on top of taking this this journey of uncertainty, new experiences, new beginnings, new adventure, this is what it says. What will be the reason Maxwell smiles? Your face. So this woman's face on this new journey, this new adventure that he's taken when it comes to love and relationships, just seeing this woman's face will make this man smile. It will make him so joyous. Like, the feelings that he has for this woman are very good feelings. And when he sees her, he's going to smile. He won't be able to help it. And when this union happens, this family, building this stable foundation, this relationship, right? It says here, this card, if Nas and Lauryn Hill ruled the world, what would they do? They'd free all their sons. So whatever this union is, it's a divine union that's supposed to help free other people in some way. It's supposed to help people heal and free them from maybe the change that bounds them from experiencing love, right? Or walking into a place that is fruitful, that is abundant, that is prosperous, that is joyful, right? To bring joy. And this relationship is going to help other people. And then lastly, with this heart, on top of the heart, Ja Rule gets what car valeted and always on time. So whatever this love is happening, it's gonna be on time. It's gonna always be on time. It's gonna be in divine timing. And it says he valets his Bentley, right? This union is almost like a power couple, right? This joining is going to create wealth. It's going to bring in so much prosperity and wealth into these two people's lives. Okay. So that's where I got that. And now I just want to pull, I don't know how many of these, but this is the archetype cards to try to get an idea of what kind of energy this man and this woman are in. This power couple. Masculine and feminine. And what comes out? Don Juan. Don Juan came out for the guy. So the light attributes of Don Juan spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. So this person is very sexy, right? He's probably extremely handsome. He's a romantic. This man is a romantic and he likes music. He likes art. He loves love. Now, the shadow attributes of this is using the power of romantic attractions for private agendas. So I'm not really sure if this person has used romantic attraction for some kind of gain, or looking at it as, okay, he's trying to attract someone that can benefit him in a financial way or something like that. And maybe that's what one of the things that they're looking at. So whoever this is, they have a power of romantic attraction, right? And this woman is a teacher. So she's a teacher and she has the ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. That's the light attribute of the teacher. So Don Juan and the teacher. And it seems like she breaks down the world in many different aspects, and she's able to communicate this in a calculated, analytical. She's very analytical. She breaks down the world for others. Now, the shadow attribute of this person is manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. I really don't feel like this woman is in this energy, even though she understands that she has the power to do this because of her gift and ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. But she doesn't use it for those ends. But she recognizes the shadow in herself, but she doesn't want to use that and be destructive to others to get her way, right? Is there an archetype for the union of this couple? Is there an archetype for the union? This Bentley, the heart. Do you have something to say about it? What is the archetype of the union? What will this union create? What archetype will this union? And warrior came out. And then something told me to look at the bottom of the deck. So warrior came out. The light attributes, the combined masculine and feminine together. This couple, when they become one, they will become a warrior. So the light attributes is strength, skill, discipline, toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice, and conquering the ego. Oh, wow. So I think this is really what you're going to teach. Strength, skill, discipline, toughness of will, of knowing what you want and sticking to that. Heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice, and conquering the ego. This is what you're going to bring to the world. You're going to teach people how to become this, the heroes of their life. How sacrificing things that are not serving you. And this will conquer the ego. Okay, now the shadow attributes of this power couple is trading ethical principles for victory at any cost. Indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. So wow, so basically what these two will become is very powerful, right? And the wealth that's going to come with it, might tempt them to practice trading ethical principles for victory at any cost. So whether it takes something good and it becomes about money, right? More than helping people, right? Because you become indifferent to the suffering inflicted on others. So you're not worried about helping them heal the suffering that they might be facing. It's all about the money. It's not really about helping. So just be aware of that. And this just, how you stay above this shadow is to constantly have self-awareness, right? And constantly ask yourself, what are your intentions and what are you trying to achieve, really? Because if you just stay in this light attribute, you're going to get the Bentley. You don't have to do these at any cost type of things, because this is going to naturally come. It might take a little while or patience, but it's going to happen. And then on the bottom of the deck, it's the Destroyer. And I know in a previous reading, the Destroyer came up many times. So the light attributes of the Destroyer is releasing what is potentially destructive. So this is what you're going to be teaching. Preparing for a new life. So releasing what is potentially destructive. Releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for a new life. Now, the shadow attributes is intoxication with destructive power, where you get intoxicated, like you get a high from the power you possess of destroying things, destroying others' dreams or potential. And so when you see others, right, and you're helping other people and you see their potential for greatness, this win at all costs has to, it can't be a factor. You gotta always operate in the light. You're not in competition with anybody. You're in your own lane. You're helping people. You don't have to hinder the potential of others because you see what they can become and feel threatened by that. But this is all about checking your own ego. But I'm just putting it out there that this is a possibility because I don't know who needs to hear that. So always maintain your self-awareness. Who are you being? Is this who you want to be? Is this how you want to be remembered? So take that as it suits you, you know. So it's all about taking what resonates and leaving the rest. So you know who you are that need to hear that. Okay. And then lastly, I'm going to pull the Sacred Medicine Oracle. And I just got these oracles as well. I have books on both of these that I haven't started to read yet. But it's my goal and my intention to read those books so that I can get more familiar with this and be able to help as many people as I can with the knowledge. So here we go. What sacred medicine should be used when it comes to this new beginning, building this family, connecting with what we love, what uplifts us, what motivates us, what makes us our best self, and recognizing it, helping us heal our egos and be more self-aware. What secret medicine, Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit, do you have to help with this journey? What secret medicine can we use? Okay. And I'm just going to pull one of those cards, and it kind of flew. So let me grab it. And what came out? Star Nation. Star Nations and Ancestors. So your ancestors, connecting with your ancestors, connecting to the divine, your spirit guides, is going to help you on this journey of conquering the ego in order to create this beautiful partnership that's going to help others. So let's read that card. This is 56. And this is actually, is that the last card? Wow, that's the last card of the deck. The last card. So something is ending. There's an ending for new beginnings. That's going to help you in conquering your ego. An ending for new beginnings. And so Star Nations, ancestors, in our traditional story, it is said that we come from the stars and we shall return to them. So this is a divine masculine and a divine feminine that might not even be from this particular world. They come from somewhere galactic, right? But they've met over many, many lifetimes. And they always choose each other in every lifetime. When you met this person, this person probably felt very familiar to you. When our time on this planet is done, we travel to the star nations and become part of the beauty of the cosmos. Every night, our relatives and ancestors who have passed on watch down over us, their sparkle bringing light through the darkness. So this union is being heavily protected by your benevolent ancestors. This card brings a message from a loved one who has passed, a relative who meant so much to you. They remind you that while they are no longer present in human form, their spirit lives on in so many ways. See their face in your living relatives and hear the stories they used to tell, now told by the younger generations. Watch for their presence in your dreams and listen for their messages. So your ancestors, your benevolent ancestors, divine spirit, Holy Spirit, your spirit team is directly going to be communicating. So you have to use your intuition when it comes to this, because if you use logic, you're gonna miss it, but you're gonna know the right thing to do, right? So watch for their presence in your dreams and listen for their messages in your times of solitude. So solitude is actually important for you to better hear these messages. Your loved ones from the star nations are close to you, supporting, guiding, and reconnecting to you. The memories and bonds you shared can never be broken. So that's what I have for you guys tonight. I hope you got clarity from this reading. I keep saying I want to be more consistent, but if you want to get in contact with me, please look in the description box to get in touch with me, and I look forward to hearing from you next time. If you want to see more content like this, please like and share the video. Take care of you. Bye-bye.